Anyway, because of that problem, I'm recording with my boys. Here's Coach Wink at the LJ and FLG talking to Drew Turner and Connor Caizza, IC Bombers. For those of you who don't know, IC stands for Ithaca College. You can look behind Drew and see that beautiful banner. These two young men were FLG alums. Were you class of 2018?
Yep.
18.
So you guys are juniors at IC, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure having both of you. I remember you when you didn't have facial hair. And now I told Connor I love his mustache. Now we're going to talk about, is this the that November mustache thing where you raise money, or is it just Drew didn't want to shave?
Being lazy.
A little bit of laziness, but right now we got the whole starting defense with mustaches, so it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough.
I like it. I got to tell you, and I told you when you came on, Connor, I really like it.
Thank you.
It looks like you've bulked up, both of you. So I'm guessing that the weight room has been good to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely has gained a couple pounds.
Now, is the IC Lax team do a lot of weight training?
Yeah, in the fall we are lifting 3 times a week and sprinting 3 times a week.
Oh, so you're training not with the lacrosse stick 6 times in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, man, and I'm sure you guys know this. For the young people that are going to listen to this, when you play at Ithaca College, you're playing big time lacrosse, because I know you just you open up your season, you beat Geneseo, you knocked off, who'd you knock off? Naz, you knocked off Nazareth after that, and then you had a tough one with Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm very friendly with the Fisher coach, so I'm gonna hear it. I hear it for like a full year. So like, if you guys make the playoffs, please, I hope you get Fisher and knock them off.
Hopefully we see them again. I think we're hoping to schedule another game, try to get after those guys.
Yeah, because I don't want to hear Dobbins. I don't want to hear him chirping to me about the Ithaca.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's had you the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
But you did revenge the Geneseo loss, which I was happy about.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, long thinks about it the same way, just like bragging rights almost a little bit.
Well, as people don't know, I mean, in upstate, there's a lot of colleges that have really good lacrosse programs.
Yeah.
You guys have learned. I'll ask Connor first. You're going up this week against RIT, which is, I would imagine you're going to be covering somebody from across the border, right?
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
A lot of Canadians. They got their 2 leading scorers, a Canadian, I believe.
Yep. I mean, typically, like, honestly, that doesn't faze me. A number in front of me is a number in front of me. I know they're the number 1 team, but in terms of our mentality, that number's nothing to us, and just another game on the schedule, and another game we have to win to make some noise in the Liberty League for sure.
Yeah, for people that don't know, the Liberty League is I would say the Liberty League, then NESCAC and Centennial would probably be the 3 best Division III talented conferences. Am I missing anybody?
I think you got it.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what conference is Lynchburg and CNU in?
Are they not the same one as Salisbury? Isn't that is that not Centennial?
No, Centennial is Gettysburg and like Dickinson and like Muhlenberg and like Franklin and Marshall, and Salisbury was with Lynchburg. Yeah, that's a good one too. So that's probably the best one that we'll consider South. So that's where most of the best, at-large teams come from.
They're in the Capital Athletic Conference.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you for Googling that. I love when young people just go on their computer and figure it out. Coach Wink didn't have that opportunity when he was at Ithaca. I couldn't just Google an answer. I had to sit next to a really cute girl that was smarter than me.
Still got to do that. Still have to.
Okay, so now, Drew, start with you. What are you studying at Ithaca?
I'm an accounting major.
Oh, nice. You're going to be a CPA?
Yeah, extra year. So I still got 2 more years here. I'm using my extra year of eligibility that they gave us from last year, missing out on the season last year.
So you come out of there with a total CPA to all 9 yards?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yep. You going to intern somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to try to, yeah.
Good for you, dude.
Thank you.
I didn't know you were a little bit of a math whiz.
It's probably the only thing I'm naturally good at, Coach. Everything else I struggle with a little bit.
It's funny you say that. That was my strength as well. I was in the business school before it was as good as it is now. I mean, I don't want to take credit for, kicking it into high gear. It's funny. The business school, I was telling you guys before we jumped on the air, the business school used to be the top floor of one of the towers. And then they built, I guess, wherever it is now, right? It's its own building now, I gather.
Yeah, it's a whole different building. It's a nice building now.
That's
Really
cool.
nice building.
That's cool, man. So, Connor Caizza, what are you studying, bro?
I'm doing finance with my track of asset management, but I'm really interested in like managing people's money and their portfolios and stuff like that, putting together portfolios for people.
Nice. So for the parents out there that want to give a few million to Connor Caizza to manage for them in the future,
Yeah, send it my way. Send it my way. I'll take
you
it.
got it. Are you going to do an internship as well?
Yeah, this summer I'm actually interning with Northwestern Mutual as their financial representative internship program, which is going to be.
Where are you doing that, Melville?
Yeah, they have a Melville location, literally like 2-3 minutes from my house, so it works out really well.
Yeah. So for the FLG people, Connor Caizza was a Half Hollow Hills East alum, and Drew Turner is a Port Washington Viking or Schreiber High School, as they call it, which
Right.
totally confuses every college coach in the country because they have no idea what Schreiber High School is.
Right. Yeah.
Does anybody in Port Washington know why they call it Schreiber High School? I know it's after somebody.
We do PW on the helmet. We do like Port and then Vikings on the jersey. So there's really no point to it, but Paul D. Schreiber.
Yeah, and do you know anything about this guy, Paul D. Schreiber?
They really don't tell us anything about him.
So they don't even name the school after him, but they call everybody Port Washington and Vikings, and they don't even teach the kids why they're called.
I can promise you, not many people who go to Paul D. Schreiber High School know who Paul D. Schreiber is. I can promise you that.
And every mention of the school is Port Washington.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Connor. What do you think about living in a community that they named their school after a man and nobody knows who the man is?
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Right? It happens to be a beautiful place to live. So I've had a lot of Port kids in our program, and last year they were going to have a really good high school team, and they got screwed a little bit, not because they had a good senior class with Mikey Beal and Kaz Stapleton and Barecki, and a good squad. So let's talk about I want to talk about IC and your experiences there, because both of you guys obviously went in the same class. First, start with you, Drew. Where'd you live your freshman and sophomore year?
So I lived in Clark Hall my freshman year, and then I lived in Emerson Hall, which was a 4-guy deal, my sophomore year in 2 rooms. So we kind of got crammed, but it was nice. We had our own bathroom my sophomore year.
Between 4 guys?
Yeah, between 4 guys in 2 rooms. So you have to split 2 rooms that are connected by a door in the middle, and then you have your own bathroom, which is nice.
Was there a little lounge area or no?
Yeah, we make one room like a lounge area, and then the other bigger room we make like the bedroom. And we have 4 guys crammed in one bedroom.
Were they laxers?
Yeah, I always roomed with a kid on the team.
So now, Connor, where'd you live freshman, sophomore year?
So freshman year, I lived in Hood Hall, which is upper quad, and then I went to Emerson as well, sophomore year. But I was in a different quad than his. But it was definitely, like he said, an interesting living situation with 4 guys in one room. But it was fun. It's definitely an experience.
Co-ed dorms?
Yeah.
By floor?
Mm-mm.
No, yeah, it was just
room.
Each floor, yeah.
Yep.
You had your own bathroom, so you didn't have to leave to use the bathroom. So Hood Hall, when I was in school, when Coach Wink was in school, was an all-girls dorm. For whatever reason, they had all-girls dorms. So had a few friends in that dorm, spent a little time there, and just socializing with the ladies. But it was a cool experience, definitely a cool experience. I lived in the Towers freshman year, lived in the Terraces sophomore year, and then just like you guys, off campus junior and senior year. How many guys are in your house now, Drew?
We got 7 guys.
Is it 7 bedrooms?
It is 7 bedrooms.
Was it now, Connor, is it one of those houses that like you got bedrooms up to like the 4th floor set of like an attic?
Yeah, it's like a 4-story house. So we got bedrooms on each floor. Crazy.
Is it a Victorian? Is it like a Victorian looking house?
I don't know.
Do you have a porch? Do you have a porch?
Yeah. It's a pretty big house. It's a pretty decent sized house. And then we got some club hockey kids living on the other side. So it's like split down the middle, kind of.
7 and 7?
Yeah. Pretty
Sweet.
big house.
Sweet. Do you guys know what it costs per month to live in that house?
600.
So it's
Yeah.
600 per guy?
Yeah.
4,200 on one side, 4,200 on the other side. Is it one house though? Is it considered one house?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. They have a different address, but
one landlord for that $8,400 a month?
Yeah.
Think about that, guys. $8,400 a month this guy's getting in Ithaca, New York.
Yeah, I know, right?
God bless him, man.
I've never really thought about it like that. But
yeah, Coach Wink should have bought a few houses when he was up there in 1983.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it down the road. Maybe that might be the investment right there.
Real estate.
The house that we lived in, I lived with 8 lacrosse players. It was 123 Sears Street, and it was down by in town behind kind of the town. It was where the creek is, not by the Fall Creek House, but like where the creek runs. And we went by it when I came up there to see Corey play Cornell once. I drove my family by it, and literally, I think it's condemned. I think the house is condemned. It's the experience, but I got to tell you something. My experience at Ithaca College was unbelievable. Drew, how have you enjoyed your first couple of years there?
I've met a bunch of really good guys on this team, and I really think Coach Long has kind of like changed me in a way that, I really never thought I was, going to be able to reach. But so I really think I have changed for the better, and like had thought this is a really good experience for me. I really thought I made the right decision with Ithaca College. I wasn't sure about it at first when I first got here, but I think I made the right decision. Absolutely. I don't see myself anywhere else.
And Con, how do you feel about it?
I can say the same. I mean, I've met like just a great group of guys up here, and as he said, Coach Long has kind of made me grow not only on the field but off the field, and like responsibility wise, like he's always holding us accountable for certain things, and it just helps us grow into maturity. And I mean, the school itself, it's great. It's beautiful up here. You don't expect driving up here. You don't expect to just come up into a city, but come up here and it's literally like its own little city. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. You talk about Coach Long, and for those people who don't know who Coach Long is Jeff Long. Unfortunately, Coach Wink wasn't lucky enough to have him coach myself and my buddies. He came in probably Coach Hungerford. You guys remember Coach Hungerford from Farmingdale?
Mm-hmm.
He was coach. He played at Ithaca, and so Coach Corcoran at West Islip also. They both played for Coach Long. And I don't know if you guys know. Forget what a great man he is. You know the man that Jeff Long is. Do you know how good a lacrosse player he was?
Yeah, he took us when we went spring break last year. He took us to the Hall of Fame in Maryland, and we saw his picture up on the Hall of Fame, which was pretty cool. And he doesn't talk a lot about it, but we've heard from other people, like assistant coaches, who know about him and how he was like an All-American at Navy. He holds like the assist record, I think, still at Navy. And he was on the Team USA, right?
Yep.
Or he was coach for Team USA.
So Jeff Long is a few years older than Coach Wink. I know he looks better and he's in great shape. He probably is in better shape than half your team. But he literally was like one of my boyhood idols. Like I was in high school when he was a star at Navy. So I would get to watch him play, and he was unbelievable. He was the best attackman in the country when he was a senior naval captain.
Really?
Yeah, special. And obviously a special man. And everybody I know that ends up playing for you, even people, and this is a true story, even people he's thrown off the team like him. I know a kid who played in our program who did something stupid when he was at Ithaca. He did something stupid on social media and got booted off the team for it. And that kid still respects Coach Long. Like he knows what he did was wrong, and what Coach Long did to him was appropriate. And because it's the way Coach Long handled it. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody, if you have the opportunity to just experience, Corey and I came up on one of our trips, and I got my son Corey to meet Coach Long. And it was probably one of our favorite. It was back when the Bombers were number one in the country, by the way.
In 2016, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. The BU assistant, Mike Salippo, was the assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
And he played at Ithaca. And he showed us around. And, obviously it's a lot different than when I went there. And we had a great meeting with Coach Long. I tell everybody, if you're, if the school, Ithaca as a school fits you, obviously you got to, want to study the things that Ithaca has and has some great programs. There's a young lady from our program there now. I don't know if you know that. She's a senior. Do you know Alexa Ritchie? Yeah, she's on the girls team.
Yeah, one of our teammates' girlfriend. That's Connor Brumfield's girlfriend. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Connor dates Alexa?
Yeah. Connor Brumfield, yeah.
Connor
One of our teammates on our team.
I know that name, Brumfield. I've seen it in the box score. He's an offensive player, right?
Yeah, he was a Liberty League Player of the Year for his freshman year. He was the Rookie of the Year or something like that, I think.
Now, is he a junior or a senior?
He's a senior, but he's also doing an extra year for physical therapy, so he's going to be back again after his senior year.
Which is a great segue for those that don't know it. One of the great schools at Ithaca is their PT school.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're very well respected. And the Park School, which there's a young lady coming there next year, which I'm going to talk to you guys next time I see you and give you her name. Her name is Tess Ferguson. She's from Baldwin. And the reason I'm giving you her name is because you are going to personally protect her for her 1 year that your guys are still there. Are you guys both taking a fifth year?
I'm not. No, I won't be. No.
Just you, Drew, because of the accounting?
Yeah.
Now, do you get a master's in accounting at IC?
Yep.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah. They do a good job with it.
Good for you, man. I'm really proud of you guys.
Thank you.
I knew you guys would kill it there, and I knew it was a great place. And I knew it was a great place for both of you. And it's funny, too, because you're both different types of kids. Forget that you're both great lacrosse players and great humans. You're different types of kids. And Jeff Long works well with different types of kids. He doesn't have to there's not just one type of kid that Jeff Long could mentor. I think he does it well with, if you ever met Mike Salippo, who is the assistant coach and now is the associate head coach of BU, he's a different guy. And, obviously he's very close with Jeff and a lot of people that played under Jeff. I think Jeff's been there. I'm out of school. I think Jeff's been there like 30 years, even more, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Somewhere around there. Sure.
He's got to have a ton of wins, dude. He's got to have every record at Ithaca, no?
I believe that, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Now, are you guys going to have a Liberty League tournament?
Yeah, it's only 4 teams this year, so it's usually 6.
Yeah, so they're skipping around. Yeah.
So you got to be in the top 4 to be in it.
Yep.
Yep.
So you'll take care of business this week. Then I saw you got the Red Dragons coming up. For those who don't know it, the Cortland Red Dragons, though not in the same conference, that rivalry is in college is hatred. Would that be a fair word?
Mm-hmm.
In college?
I'd say
yep.
So.
And then when you get out of college, you start to realize, but that we don't need to talk about that right now. We'll talk about it in college, and I'm looking forward to it. I happen to, that's a game I circle on the calendar every year to make sure that I get to watch. So I'll be watching my boys, both big contributors to the Bombers. And I want to thank you because the FLG kids that are going to get to watch this are going to get to realize what a great opportunity they might have to go visit a school like yours in the future. So this is a great educational tool that we use for our kids, so that they can realize that, there's a lot of opportunity out there for young men like Connor and Drew to go experience and visit a school like Ithaca. So I'm going to be getting Alexa Ritchie, by the way, on the horn, hopefully by the end of the week. I know the girls team, they've been doing well. They beat 2 top teams and ranked.
Yeah, they're on fire right now. And they're ranked like 15 or 12 or something. They're only going up.
Yeah, they're great this year.
Tell your boy Connor to treat Alexa right, or Coach Wink's coming for him.
Don't worry. He's a sweetheart.
He's
Connor
a good boy.
Connor wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, the FLG family misses you guys. Hopefully when you come home this summer, If you guys want to work, we got a couple camps. We're doing a camp, the FLG camp that probably maybe one of you guys worked or went to, and then we're doing a camp with the PLL. So if you guys want to get a little lax,
Oh, nice.
make a few shekels, reach out to Corey.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You right? Guys, good practice. I know you got practice at noon, so I'll let you go.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us again. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you, Coach. Good to see you.
You too, bud. Take care.
Go Bombers.
Take care.
Go Bombers.